Lee, not Neil. Golf nuts. 15 boring golf questions. 18 boring. I said 15 last time. 18 boring quick fire golf questions. Favourite golf club in bag?
9 iron.
What golf ball do you play with?
Chrome Soft X.
What do you hate the most? Wind or rain?
Rain.
Favourite pro golfer?
Sergio Garcia.
How old? Oh no, my dad's here. What are you looking for? Cameos everywhere.
Well, I'm going, but I'm not swimming. Just taking this shirt back.
This is a bit. It's one of golf lads in Gran Canaria. Right, I don't know where I got to there. Should we start again or leave that in?
You can do. Well, no, leave it in. I think it's part of the fun, isn't it?
There's always somebody coming. You can hear them coming, can't you?
Yeah.
Favourite golf pro? Did we get there?
Sergio.
Sergio. Current handicap?
8.
What's it going to be this time next year?
4.
How old were you when you started playing golf?
14.
Best course you've ever played?
Lytham St Anne's.
Top of the bucket list golf course?
Augusta.
YouTube. Oh, this is going to be tricky for you. YouTube golf creator you watch the most?
Seb on Golf.
Seb on Golf. That's not what I thought you were going to say. Do you recommend new clubs or lessons?
Lessons.
Stableford stroke play or match play?
Stroke play.
What colour tees do you play off, not play with?
White.
Bomb for show or putt for dough?
Bomb for sure.
It's a three. There's
Good
three.
that I do it.
How many clubs should be allowed?
12.
Laser, GPS or eyes?
My own eyes.
Yeah. Dream 4-ball, dead or alive?
Jack Nicklaus, Sergio Garcia, and my dad.
Par 3s, 4s or 5s? Last question.
4. Par 4s.
Sweet. Cheers, mate. We got a cameo in the middle there. So
Oh, my missus walked by as well.
you can't do it in the closed rooms, can we? So
No.
thanks for you're the number 2 on the introducing list. I got to come up with a title for these videos if I'm going to do more of them. But can I just ask you to start out by introducing yourself to anybody out there who doesn't know you? I think a lot of people do. What you do, where you're from, the old trailer thing.
So, my name's Lee, otherwise known as Golf Nuts. So, my little channel on YouTube is Golf Nuts. Currently, I live in Carlisle, and that's where I play most of my golf. But as you can see from the backdrop, this isn't Carlisle, this is more Gran Canaria, with a nice glowing tan as well.
Yeah, you're looking healthy.
So, what do I do? Through the day, I work in a used car company, a local one, as the service manager, and look after quite a lot more than that, to be honest with you. What do I do on my channel? Well, I play against other YouTubers. Dye my hair pink, which was one of them.
Oh, yeah?
Little tips and tricks, and mainly try and get my dad in as much as he can because he's got dementia, so it's something that later on in life we can look back and watch together, and I know I've got that there as well to, to watch it. And it's to encourage people with dementia that there is something that you can do, set your mind to it, and off you go.
Excellent.
That really is what my channel is about.
Yeah, I've watched the video of you and your dad today. They were great. In fact, I've watched a couple with your dad in. He's made a couple of cameos. Talking about how he carries his golf bag. I do carry my golf bag a little bit like that, but not for very far.
He was walking up around the back of the tee. I'm thinking, the only man I know that has a double strap carry bag and he carries it by the handle.
Yeah, they were brilliant. We'll get back to your dad, I think. So how long have you been doing videos? 6 months, did I say?
Since May.
Yeah.
Since May, but then I didn't do any for 4 weeks due to an injury, and then started again in June. So I did one in May, and then really more from June onwards. So
what were you?
It's 5 months.
Yes, it's not long at all, is it?
No, not at all.
How many subs?
181. I got my 181st today.
Sweet. was going to ask, were you on other people's videos before you started your own, or did you just see other people doing it? And what made you start? Is the question.
So basically, I was very fortunate enough to win a place in Rick Shields' golf day, the YouTube golf day, and playing down there. And he was like, "Well, why don't I do it? I'm not a pro. I'm the average guy that goes and plays golf, granted single figures. But also, I gave up golf from the age of 18 and picked it up again at 34. So I had quite a gap in between
18
playing.
to 34.
And it was, yeah. So I gave up for quite a long time, 16 years. Left as an assistant pro and came back as an 8 handicapper.
What did you leave as on the handicaps front?
I didn't have one. I handed it over to the PGA, so it was scratch.
Right. Oh, right. Oh,
So-
you just play off scratch, do you? Is that the rule?
I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything from 4 or below, you can turn pro.
Yeah, and then it's just...
Well, obviously, I'd signed my papers and handed it back to the PGA, so I had to go and get amateur status back.
Did you have
to-
like a clue of what you did play off?
Well, when I was back then,
Yeah.
I used to be a lot better than what I am now, that's for sure, which is quite tough to get into the old head that this is what I used to be able to do, and when I'm standing on the tee now and I can't do that the same as what I can do. But, with effort, and I do a lot of, I get lessons, and I don't know if, I literally just try and grind a lot of things out, and still got the same swing, which is 1990s textbook PGA swing. And
we'll get to the swing as well. The swing's quite famous, isn't it? The swing's definitely famous.
It's more famous than me, I think.
The hashtag's more famous than you.
Yeah.
So sorry. Then you went to Rick Shields and you just thought, I can do this, or why don't I do
I can do it. I can document it, and when I come back to golf and go from starting again to where I am, and document that, and also playing golf with my dad because it's something he thoroughly enjoys. And I thought, well, why not? It's just something fun to do and gives me time to sit and edit on a night time when the missus is at work till 8-9 o'clock at night. So I thought it's something for me to do, and I meet new people as well, and look what happened when I did.
Yeah, exactly. So we should probably get to the Shankers as well. And
yeah, them too.
So through you didn't know them before doing YouTube?
No, so I spoke to Owen because Owen entered the same competition. Now Owen tattooed at the time in Carlisle, and I put that I'd won, and Owen's like, I'm still waiting on mine, and we got talking, and then at the event I seen him. We didn't really speak that much, and then from there on we just kind of grown a friendship now, and to be fair, we are quite best friends. So, and Graham was at one of Golf Vlogs days, and we got talking on Twitter. Twitter seems to be the social media platform for everybody to get talking to each other. And me and Graham got talking, and then we played together in the same pairs, and then we played the next one in the same pair, and then it just rocketed from there. And now I speak to the pair of them every day now.
Yeah, dear.
Yeah. So we FaceTime at the minute with me not being here. They're currently doing something at the Trafford Centre with Rick.
Oh yeah, they've gone off for some like driving range open night or something, haven't they? It looked like a good deal actually.
Well, I wasn't going to fly all the way back here, so I said just go and have fun. But I've FaceTime Graham as he's driving up the motorway before, so they're looking forward to it. But it would have been quite good for the Shankers to take on Rick Shields, because obviously I've put some bold statements out there about ball striking and things. So, and
Graham and Rick Shields had a bit of a set, not a set to, but they were the. I think Rick on your first Shankers episode said he don't think people would watch other people review videos or something, didn't he? But
yeah, I mean, we took.
You were all men about it though. Didn't he get him on phone? Didn't they just phone each other?
Yeah, Rick phoned him in the end because I think to the top and bottom of it is, I mean, we're going to get a little bit controversial here, is that Rick knew he wasn't going to win the argument.
Oh, right.
So he got on the phone to Graham and had a conversation to Graham, at which point my argument was there's still 2 other Shankers that he hasn't spoken to, so we'll have our opinions and that'll be the end of that.
Right.
And then the last episode got quite bad. One of Rick's fans offered to fight Graham, and that got a bit too out of hand, and Rick did nothing about that, to be fair.
He sort of floated it on the... yeah, this does get controversial, doesn't it? It must be you guys.
Yeah.
He floated...
I don't
He
know
said
why.
he put something like... Because the day after I put it about Graham...
Yeah, it was quite funny, that was.
If you like him or not, his stats don't lie or something. Whether you like him or not, you can't
which
you
is
can't
a
argue
compliment
with
at
the
the end of the day.
stats. Which
Yeah,
I didn't think was. Yeah, it was an underhand compliment, but I didn't think it was that bad. I was surprised.
No, it
I was
wasn't
surprised that he
bad,
retweeted
the way
it.
he
And,
reacted.
but the same day he got a little bit arsey with me for putting his Tiger picking himself
That's right.
for President's Cup as imaginative as Rick Shields' new podcast name. I'm only joking.
Well, exactly.
I like.
But the top and bottom of it is he goes and slates us for doing what we're doing, and then brings out his podcast. I mean, that's a bit hypocritical. But
Yeah, he relaunches the podcast, but
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, we're not saying we're rewriting the market. We have not once said that. But what we are saying is that we started doing this new golf one, and all of a sudden, boom, off he comes. Where he's got more followers than we can think of at the minute. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, exactly, yeah. So yes, that's a. Let me turn my email off so I don't keep beeping. So yeah, a little bit. So that sort of brings me into like the positive side of it all is meeting each other, getting out and playing. Or you tell me what the positive side is of YouTubing, of creating YouTube. I think everybody should do YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is great. I mean, we get out there now and we talk. Like I say, we talk with two new friends for me. Plus, when you get to know the people like Liam,
Yeah.
and there's a few others that you get to know, and you all have conversations between yourselves and bounce ideas around maybe and things like that. And, you know, I've not just met them two. I've met Fergs. Me and Fergs played against each other. That was, he's a great guy. Why not video while you're doing it? Why not? You know, we're all quick at picking up the phone and maybe tweeting somebody, but there's no difference picking up your phone and filming it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the good point about it is, you get to go to different places. I mean,
Yeah.
we as Shankers, the three of us now, we're getting so many more events that we're going to that we wouldn't necessarily play all these top courses if we weren't out there and enjoying it and things like that, you know?
Yeah. Especially it's easy to stay in, isn't it? It's easy to do. It's easy to not do it or keep playing your regular course, not getting out.
I mean,
so do you find it easy now to just chuck a camera up and chat away? And have you always found it easy? Or
No, I'm probably one of the most camera shy people you'll ever meet in your life. But the more and more you do it, the more and more you get used to it. Literally, you can ask the other two lads as well, and even Sean, who we had on our podcast.
Yeah.
I think we actually put all the starting points on there. I literally took like 5 goes to start the video. Once I start the video, I'm away, I'm fine. But until that point, yeah, it gets a bit daunting. Especially when you're on a golf course on your own, for example.
Yeah.
Like the last one I did, Can I Beat Level Par? There was 3 people just looking at us as if I was some kind of idiot, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not. I'm just doing what I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
So
that's why I go into woods to do my videos. But yeah, it's it's kind of daunting though, isn't it? But have you got to a point where you don't mind walking around a clubhouse with a selfie stick? Have you done like that yet?
Yeah, I do the driving range as well now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many videos have you got? I wrote it down actually.
35, I think it is.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, 35.
Do you think you passed the point of no return with it? Or do you still think something could piss you off and just go, nah, sod it?
Do you know what? There are times where you get it in your head when you're having an argument on Twitter, you just think, right, I'm going to drop I'm going to try and be semi-nice and just go full frontal, I'm just going to come at you. And then you just think to yourself, well, what's the point? You're not going to gain anything by that, you know what I mean? So just, I don't think I'll stop in the near future, that's for sure. Especially potentially do I drop golf nuts and do the shankers, or do I just keep them both going? I've got two kind of things, 2 fingers in different pies in a minute. So it's what suits the market better, and what I can offer to each channel.
That should have actually been the first question I meant to. I've skipped past it. Why golf nuts and not your own name? Was there a a debate in there inside yourself to call yourself?
I
by your own
literally
name?
started off with an idea of the fat golfer, but my missus said I wasn't allowed it. So she said, "No, you can't have that because you're not that fat." I was like, "All right, fair enough." So Golf Nuts came about by the fact of putting to the fact that I'm nuts about golf. It was literally from when I was 14 to 18. That was my life. I lived and breathed and worked in a shop, played golf, lessons, everything. So why not call it Golf Nuts? And the 2T part came because the first Nuts with 1T had gone.
Yeah, I seen that
So
actually when I went to have a look and I typed in Golf Nuts and they were like, yeah, oh this guy. Well, he got 3 subscribers, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think I'm one of them as well.
Keeping your eye.
So that's how Golf Nuts came around.
Cool. Yeah. But did you? What were I going to say then? Are you thinking of doing anything with the car dealership, the second-hand car dealership, a YouTube channel for that?
They've already got one that I set up, which is what I did before, but it was mainly just because at the time the sales companies were, like Auto Trader and all the other ones out there, like, you've got to have videos of your cars, and the only way I really knew how to do it was to upload it to YouTube, put the YouTube link into the software we use for our cars, and in turn that was allowing it to go on the internet. So they have already got one.
Oh, right. That's
just not as many subscribers.
Yeah. Cool, though. So, yeah, there's positives, lots of positives of YouTube, but the negatives, I think you've alluded to it a little bit with Shankers, but what do you find the negatives are?
I think sometimes people take things too much to heart. It's not personal at the end of the day. If I call out Happy Me Golf, I'm calling Happy Me Golf out. I'm not calling Paul Nicholson out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if I get called out, I get called out. You can call me out wherever you want. I'm not that fussed. But yeah, I think that side of it, you can delve too much into it. And a big factor is your number crunch and number watch. And you set your sights on something where you maybe move track and you should be on something else. So I know you've been very open with saying don't watch subscribers. Don't look at them going, it's not about your subscribers. Watch your view minutes and your view time and your statistics and your analytics on how long people are watching your videos for and so forth. And at the first hand, you can't help but go, oh God, I've got 50 subscribers. Yeah. But then you've then got to go, well, I'm retaining people for 8 minutes of a 12-minute long video. So that's how I look at it now. But it is a downside because you literally just do nothing but use your phone and drain your battery from seeing how many subs you've got on a daily basis.
Well, you kind of put your babies out there, though, aren't you? You're like, I'll put my new one out. How's that one going? And then somebody down thumbs it.
You are putting yourself out there. It's not like you're not a third person. It's not like watching an episode of Coronation Street where Deidre Barlow and the woman who played, they're two very different people. We are who we are, and we're putting our golf on there to show good or bad.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to get bad comments. I mean, I'm quite fortunate with my swing. I mean, I know we're going to go into that, but I still play bad at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just because the swing looks good doesn't mean to say it is good.
But you seem quite secure in who you are. You don't seem to change, or you seem very level-headed. You seem you will bite, but you're not. I don't think you do it in a mean way. Like you seem to be. You'd say whatever you'd say if you were mates just sat in a pub, like shut up, knobhead, or if you want to say exactly, say something, say something. But you're not. There's no like angst in you. Like I don't think there is, but.
No. I mean, I think the jobs I've had in the past, you kind of have to be. Well, one of them in particular, or two of them actually, you have to be very level-headed.
Yeah.
So you may have that.
What's that one? Can you say?
I was a funeral director. I'm a fully qualified funeral director.
Right.
And so, I was also a member of the local constabulary.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. So
you were a copper?
I was a copper, yeah.
Sweet, you learn something new every day, don't you? I remember now you saying that you were a funeral director, or a joke being thrown about it. But I didn't realise you were. So you're used to abuse.
You're definitely used to abuse. I remember running down. Somebody got hit by a bus on the main drag where all the pubs and clubs are in Carlisle, and somebody got hit by a bus, and somebody said, "Look at that fat copper running." I said, "If I find you, I'll kick you shitless."
Yeah, so maybe not as level-headed as
you get used to it.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm a little bit all over now. Who done that one? So, that helps with the bad days when you just can't be bothered. Like, there must be days when you just think, oh, because it takes a lot of work, doesn't it? YouTube. I don't think people understand. You think, oh, even this, you think, you just turn a video on and you've got to organise for it. Even if I look disorganised, I've been trying to organise all day for 2 interviews, and you're like, oh, I'm still all over the place. I'm going to write it on my wall, or you don't get how much work goes into even the basic of point and click, do you?
Especially when you've got to go to work and you start work at 8:30 and you finish at 5:30, and then you've got to go and do a video somewhere, and then you've got to sit and edit it, and then you've got to you've got to plan all this stuff before you've even done any of that stuff, and then you've obviously got your family commitments and all the other things. It's busy life, but you do get used to it. But I mean, if I get a down day, my dad will say we're going golfing, and say, yeah, let's go, come on.
Yeah,
and sometimes I'll leave the camera at home.
Yeah, and just say sorry, you don't have to do it. Yeah,
on camera.
Yeah, so you're a bit more, I'll do it when I can, rather than, oh my God, I've got to get 3 videos out this week to keep me view stats going up and all that sort of...
No, I think there is... If I have a week with nothing, I'll get a little bit panic set. Yeah. Where I'm like, oh, crap, I haven't had nothing out for a week. But I've got that fine line of... It's like I've got 4 sections in my life. I've got my own work time, then I've got my golf nuts time, then I've got the shankers time, and then I've got family time.
Yeah.
Because obviously with my dad having dementia, we do a lot of things together. So I've got 4 things that I need to spend my time. So, yeah, I very rarely get a down day. But I do get the odd occasion where it's like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going to fit filming in here for my own channel when I'm doing the Shankers channel stuff as well. So
yeah. It's just the smallest thing can take hours, can't it, sometimes? And you just think, oh, my God, I'll do this and
I'm glad I've got an A4 diary.
Keep everything in track. So... talking about your dad, how long has he been diagnosed with dementia? Is it because I watched the video when you couldn't tell on the video, really? You couldn't, you know what I mean?
No, he has vascular, so he goes down in plateaus, so he'll be fine, and it'll go down, and he might be like that for 10 years, 10 weeks, 10 months. You just never know. Then go down again, then down again. So I think that's the thing with dementia. It's a disability, but it's a hidden disability as well.
Yeah, my friend's mum's got it at a minute as well, and so you go down a level, but you never get back. You never get it back.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But is he all right within himself with it, or he seemed happy enough?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that there's 2 ways you can look at it. You can be in denial, or you can just go, do you know what? Yeah, I've got it, so I'm going to fight it. So I think it was quite early diagnosis. So we just try and do as much as we possibly can. He's on the right meds and stuff, and we go from there really.
And do you and him think golf obviously helps keep the brain active, or is there any sort of research that says it will?
There's no research, but then you've got your cognitive memory, which is obviously your day-to-day stuff, but then you've also got your muscle memory, and I think it's quite important that if you can get the muscle memory going, the cognitive memory will just be like secondary to it all. So that's why I started it all with him. Because if we can get him swinging in the right club direction, the club path and everything else like that, I mean, it's quite technical, but his muscles will remember where he went.
Yeah.
He's only got a small part to remember, which is setting up. So it makes the brain tick more than not tick, you know what I mean? As opposed to sat there at home watching Countdown or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's great that you get him out and then do stuff and...
Yeah.
And I know you do your channel so you can watch your videos with him and stuff like that as well. So
you've
definitely got.
Generally, he watches them and tells me and slates me and says, "Oh, blah blah blah," but we just laugh about it, you know. Yeah.
He seemed in good spirits in that video. It was funny. Yeah. So it'd be good to see him.
He's right next door, actually.
It'd be good. I was going to say, did he come out with you?
Yeah. They've got next door.
So, talking of the swing, does he call it the best swing on YouTube as well? I know Owen's his favourite. I seen that Owen was his favourite.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even get a mention in that one, did I?
No.
I think it was Graham who said you didn't even get a mention. The swing, he's seen it since I was 14 at the end of the day, so it's just nothing different to him. It's the same as to me. It's just a golf swing. Yeah. Granted, it's very cosmetically nice and what have you not, but yeah, he's seen it since I was 14, so he knows no different like I do.
Are you considering changing your swing a bit for what did you say your handicap is?
8.
And where do you want to get to this time next year?
4.
4, yeah. So are you considering that it may need to change, or is it just strength or something like that? Or I don't really.
No, literally, I haven't played one club competition this year. I've been too busy up and down the country doing YouTube stuff that I haven't even done a card at my own club. Like I went down to one of Liam's golf days and shot 3 over.
So you're playing better than 8.
I won it by a mile at 42 points.
Bandit.
And yeah, exactly. And then we went and played Forest of Arden, and I was 4 over through 9. The rain came, and the question was, do you like wind or rain? I hate the rain.
Yeah, I don't play race. Rained here for 6 weeks.
And shot 6 over on the back 9. So it's there, just if the conditions are right and the swing's working. I'm just got to work on my putting and grind that out. So I know where my weakness is. I know where my strength is.
Would you get back into competitive if you get? Obviously, you can play already to that to a 4. If you shot 3 over on a, would you go back? Would you do more competitions? Would you see how far you could get, or is there any goal to that, or have you been there and done that and you're not bothered, or?
Do you know what? I've been there and done that. The only thing I would want to do is, if possible, is to get out of 4, enable you to get into open qualifiers. You know, you might have them 3 rounds of your life.
Yeah, would you do it? Well, it'd be a great YouTube thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a YouTuber to the Open, but is to maybe give my daddy insight into the inside of the Open that nobody else can, and there's only one person that can do that, and that's me. So it's a lot of grinding and stuff like that. So I've got a lot more to get through. That's
interesting though. But is that an internal thought that you have regular, that you think you could do that?
I think because I've done it before, I've been to scratch.
Yeah,
granted. I mean, the quality of players now. I mean, you look at some of the tours +4 handicappers, and they're not even making the cut. And I don't hold much hope out, but you've got to have that little spark somewhere that keeps you going. If you didn't, then what would be the point in doing it?
Right, yeah, that's a big spark though. It's an interesting that it's rattling around in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, the golf is there. I've just got to try and put it all together one day.
So have you looked at where they do qualifying, and is there any course that you're proper familiar with or anything like that? Is it?
None, no. I went for qualifying on an Open.
Oh, you've done qualifying before?
Yeah, 16, 17 years ago now. So it's a long time ago. But if any, I'd probably go to West Lancs. But I'd have to then go and literally have 54 rounds around it and know where my struggles are and my weaknesses.
You have to go and join it. How far from you is that?
Forever.
How far down?
It's probably about 3 hours, something like that.
6 hour round trip.
Anyways,
Carlisle.
It's a drive to anywhere.
It's massive though, Carlisle.
Manchester.
Isn't it massive?
Say again.
Is it quite big, Carlisle?
It's quite a big place, yeah. As a county, Cumbria is huge because it does cover quite a lot. Carlisle's quite big.
Yeah.
But if you look at it in the size of Manchester, it's tiny.
I've gone from Plymouth to Carlisle in 2 interviews tonight.
Yeah, you couldn't have gone further apart, could you?
I've never been to Carlisle. Yeah, so that's it. I don't think I have anyway. I might have been drunk when I was there. So, yeah. Well, where am I on this list? Because that's thrown me off a bit. I won't forget that you're open. I'll just keep nudging you on Twitter. How's your game? Every YouTube comment I ever make again, I'll mention you're playing in open. Is it St Andrews next year? Just qualify for it next year. It's at St Andrews, isn't it? No, it might not be. Is it?
I don't know. It's Royal St George's next year.
There you go. You know where it is.
Yeah, the problem is I've got to lose 4 shots in no time at all, and then pay. I don't know.
You have. Now, oh, do you mean from 4 that you're probably playing off to scratch?
Well, no, I'd have to get from 8 to 4 to even be able to fill the paperwork into them.
Oh, I know the point of an Open where anybody could go. Do you have to be a 4 handicap?
No, they're restricted. 4 or below.
Right, yeah. So you've got to officially drop it. So you've got to play tournament. Mind you, the new handicap system, you don't have to play tournament golf, do you?
No, to be fair, mate, honestly, it just makes no sense to me at all.
I think into like they do in America, because when I lived in Bermuda, you just logged a score, and your 10 worst rounds got scrapped of 20, and your average, your handicap rate, your average over the 10 best rounds. But then there was the standard scratch thing, or the not standard. stroke.
And then you got the glide scope.
Yeah,
and
on
all
how
that
hard the
stuff.
golf course was. But you basically just put your number in and it gave you a handicap.
I think you've still got to play to get to the lower levels. You've still got to play some solid, decent golf non-stop. So.
Yeah, you've still got to qualify.
Yeah, you still got to do it and pay the money as well. Because the last time I did was 140 quid.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much it is nowadays.
But you got 2 rounds of golf for it.
Well, too bad. Too bad.
You could just
It's the
find
most
a
expensive
dodgy.
golf I've ever played in my life.
Sweet. Well, the sunset went behind you. It was like
It's still quite a nice thing, actually.
it's
The
beautiful.
first time I've seen the moon in a while.
So yeah, that's the $2 million question that I asked on the. Do you know the 2 million? Do you know the full question? I don't think you answered it.
All the houses, all the cars. What would you do for a living? I would actually probably do something in golf, to be honest. And maybe golf for the people with disabilities, like going around to not severely dementia people, because I think that's there is a point where you could become too far gone that you might use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
But maybe go around and encourage golf in a different light to what it is now.
Do you mean
that's what I would do.
more fun or?
Yeah, just I think you get to see a lot of things about bringing the youth into golf, but what about the people that have had the youth and maybe have, I don't know, I mean, you get the military guys with one arm, one leg, they're playing golf.
Yeah.
And is there enough to promote that? No, not really. So kind of things like that, doing different charity work for, to get people involved in golf and maybe start enjoying it a bit more. I almost sound like James Robinson then.
Do it. So if that's when you got all the money in the world, and that was what the dream job would be.
Yeah. I travel the world doing that. How cool would that be?
It sounds like a YouTube channel to me, but
Snap. I've already got 1.5. I don't know if I want 2.5.
But if that's the goal, though, it may need
It would
more
be good to video it all.
thinking more on the lines of it, and if that is the answer to the $2 million question, then obviously you don't need the $2 million to do that.
No.
So
it would be nice to have it in the bank just to have it there. But
of course, yeah, that just takes the pressure off. But
of course it does.
Interesting, that's the answer though. So I'm going to let you go back to your holiday in a minute. But so this time next year, we'll finish with the this time next year question. If we get you back on, I'm sure we'll have a few more in between. But where's the channel going to be at? Where's your golf going to be at? You're probably going to be sat there because it's a timeshare.
Yeah, I'm going to be sat here any time after the 24th of November every year. I'm sat here.
So next year when you sat there,
we'll do it next year. This time next year. So currently 181 in, let's say, 5 months.
Yeah.
So you'd like to double that minimum. I've set a goal of 200 for Christmas.
Yeah, which is you would think you'd be able to
19 away. We're not that far away from that at all. I'd like to be 500 and above by this time next year. But again, the golf wise, I'd like to be 4 or below
officially.
So
because you're already 4 or below.
Well, apparently.
Yeah.
At least Dick Turpin wore a mask when he robbed people. So yeah, golf 4 below, channel 500 above, and doing things that nobody's done before. That's what I like to do. So that would be quite cool to just randomly think of different ideas and have new stuff. And you only need that one video that will get your popularity going right up there. So hopefully between now and then that one video will come out and obviously grow the Shankers as well and let them become, or that, not them because I'm part of them, but let that become bigger as well.
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. It'll be definitely interesting to see you all grow as you go. And 200 by Christmas.
200 by Christmas for me, and we're on 38 for the Shankers. So let's get that to 50 before Christmas, even higher.
Well, we'll review this. Yeah. We'll review this video next year and see where you're at, and do another one this time next year. If I can get you on, you might not come on my channel this time next year. You'll be too big.
I'll come on your channel. I'm very level-headed.
Well, great stuff, mate. Enjoy your holiday. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.